Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we've got something pretty specific on the table. We're taking just one source, a detailed transcript from a real estate video tour, for a house in the Stonecrest community. And our mission really is to use this one listing, 101 476 Southeast 170th Place, like a surgical tool, to see what it tells us about the whole 55-plus retirement market landscape.
That's exactly it. We're not just, reading off features from a sheet. We want to get into the psychology almost. What makes a home move-in ready for this specific buyer? Why is it priced the way it is? Why the reduced price mention? And how important is the community around it? The source talks about luxury living, 2,000 square feet. So we need to see if the details actually back that up.
Okay, yeah, let's definitely unpack that. Starting with the community context, Stonecrest. When you hear about this area, that 55-plus label, one big name usually pops up. But the source is careful here. It's Stonecrest, not that other place. But there's a connection, right?
A very important one. Yes, Stonecrest is strictly 55, plus one spouse has to be 55 or older. But it is not the Villages. The realtor makes that super clear, says it's just up the road. But here's the clever part, the strategic move.
This is where it gets interesting for someone actually thinking about buying there for the lifestyle. They mentioned Stonecrest built its own golf cart road.
Exactly. A dedicated road just for golf carts that goes straight into Spanish Springs, which, is one of the Village's main town squares.
Okay, wow. So you live in Stonecrest, maybe pay different fees, deal with different management.
Right. But you hop on your golf cart and boom, you're right in the middle of the action. The dancing, the live music, shops, restaurants, everything Spanish Springs offers. And that tells you a lot about the buyer. They want the Stonecrest structure, maybe, but need that easy access to the buzz. It's non-negotiable.
So it's like a hybrid offering. You get the amenities of Stonecrest itself. What did they list? 4 pools, softball, rec centers, golf.
Yep. The standard check boxes for a community like this, they're all there.
But that direct golf cart path into the Village's square, that's the real hook, the differentiator.
There has to be. It blends stability with that ready-made entertainment.
Yep.
So the community picture is clear. Now, the big question, does the house itself, at what was it, $389,000, does it deliver on that luxury promise?
Let's zero in. 1126 Southeast 170th Place, 2,000 square feet, asking $389,000. And yeah, the agent really emphasized that price, called it absolutely reasonable at $3.89, and importantly, a reduced price.
Okay, that phrase reduced price always makes you pause.
Right.
It sounds good, suggests a deal. But you have to weigh it against the features. Does it justify nearly $400K in this market? What jumps out immediately from the description? The ceiling's 10 feet high.
10 feet, yeah. That's pretty high for a standard build. And they made a point of saying throughout the whole house.
Even the primary bedroom and the garage.
Right. The garage, too. That struck me.
It's a subtle tell, I think. For this buyer group, maybe they have taller vehicles, RVs sometimes, or just want serious storage space in the garage. Making the garage feel spacious, not like an afterthought with a low ceiling, adds to that overall feeling of, well, luxury. It avoids feeling cheap or cramped.
That makes sense. It's about perception, but also real utility. And the finishes. They mentioned knockdown walls with bullnose and archways throughout. What does that actually mean for the buyer?
Well, knockdown is a wall texture. It's smoother than old-school popcorn ceilings, hides minor flaws, looks a bit more upscale, common in the region for better builds. And bullnose, that just means rounded corners on the drywall edges, instead of sharp 90-degree angles.
Okay. So it's not a huge structural thing,
Right.
but it signals, what, bit of craftsmanship? Attention to detail.
Exactly that. It feels softer, more finished. And honestly, those sharp corners, they get dinged up easily. Bullnose is more durable. It whispers quality build. Then there's the flooring. Mostly tile foyer, wet areas, living spaces, easy maintenance, but carpet in the bedrooms. And they specifically noted it's only a year old, basically brand new.
Which is smart. Takes away that immediate, gotta replace the carpet thought and expense for a buyer.
Definitely. So the inside feels solid, well finished.
And the outside, beautiful landscaping, concrete drive, 2-car garage. It looks the part. Tidy, low maintenance, turnkey. Checks those boxes.
Okay, let's move inside. Functionally speaking, the kitchen. This is always a focal point, especially for entertaining.
Agreed. And they highlighted that big island. Said it could seat at least 6 or maybe 8. So clearly designed for having people over, not just a small functional kitchen for 2.
And the practical details. This is where you see design for the 55-plus user really shine. They specifically mentioned pull-out shelving in the lower cabinets.
Oh, that's a great feature. No deep bending or rummaging in the back of dark cabinets.
Precisely. It's about ergonomics. Ease of use. That's real luxury for some folks. Plus, you've got recessed lighting, Nice cabinets, a full pantry, good storage, and that separate Eden kitchenette area. Little breakfast nook, sounds like.
Yeah, looking out, getting nice sunlight. It separates the casual morning coffee from the main dining space. Keeps things organized.
It does. Now, let's shift to the private retreat, the primary suite. They seem to emphasize this space, too.
Yeah, again, with the high ceilings, those 10-footers, plus a fan, the bathroom sounds quite large. Soaking tub, separate shower, his and her sinks, natural light. But you mentioned design choices. What stood out to you there?
Pocket doors. They use pocket doors for the toilet closet, the lavatory, and also between the closet and bathroom area.
Ah, space savers. Eliminates the door swing, makes the layout feel more open, more usable.
Exactly. Especially important if you're thinking about accessibility down the line, maybe needing more room for movement. It just makes the space flow better. And the closets, they call them opposite closets, basically his and hers walk-ins.
Already fitted with racks, ready to go. Again, minimizing hassle for the buyer. Just move in.
It's all about turnkey convenience and that feeling of personal space.
And the other bedrooms, quick mention. Second and third bedrooms, carpeted, fans, decent light. One was used for storage in the video. They share a bathroom that the description says absolutely matches the kitchen as well.
Yeah.
And the primary bath. So consistent finishes throughout.
Good. Consistency matters for that overall quality feel.
Yeah.
Utility-wise, anything notable?
Fully electric home, no gas, utility room for washer-dryer hookups, and, oh yeah, they mentioned the HVAC unit is outside the garage.
That is a good sign. Keeps the noise out of the living space and, importantly, preserves that full 10-foot height and storage potential in the garage. Well done, as they said.
Okay, and finally, the connection to the outdoors, the back patio.
Right. Access through telescopic sliding glass doors, which sounds like they probably stack or slide wide open.
Yeah, creating a really open flow to the backyard, which they called an oasis. The patio has an overhang, protection from rain, and it's on the south side. Good for grilling, they noted. Protected, maybe shady in the afternoon.
Sounds like a well-thought-out outdoor living space. Okay, so we've got the house, the community.
Yep.
Now, the buying process itself. Who's selling this, and what do their services tell us?
This part's interesting, too. The real estate team is Jim, your 352 realtor, and his wife, Tammy McDonald, also on the listing. They clearly know the drill for this market.
How so?
They offer private showings, obviously, but they specifically push virtual tours, acknowledging that lots of buyers are up north, maybe looking for a second home or planning a retirement move. They need to see it remotely.
That's essential service in a relocation-heavy market like Florida retirement communities. Smart. And they have that website, homesforsaleinthevillages.com. Interesting branding, right? Selling Stonecrest, but leveraging the village's name recognition.
Very savvy cross-promotion. Plus, they offer that free ultimate buyer guide for Stonecrest. Just comment or email. A direct lead magnet for serious buyers.
Good tactics. But the financing piece,
Yeah.
that caught my attention. They featured a specific local loan officer, Jason Stewart, with Maba Mortgage, and the types of buyers he specializes in. That's where you get a real insight.
Right. It wasn't just standard mortgages. They highlighted his work with, let me check, self-employed people, first-time home buyers, and real estate investors.
Exactly. In a 55-plus community profile, seeing specific expertise for self-employed individuals and investors, that's really telling. It kind of shatters that old image of every retiree just selling their northern home and paying cash.
So this suggests a more complex buyer profile, doesn't it? People may be still running businesses or buying this as investment property, or folks with maybe non-traditional income streams like 1099s needing specialized loan help.
Precisely. It shows the financial diversity within that 55-plus demographic. It's not monolithic. Many buyers here likely need sophisticated financing solutions. It points to this purchase often being part of a larger financial strategy, not just a simple downsizing.
That's a huge insight. This isn't just a retirement market. It's an active investment and financial planning market, too.
Absolutely. And it circles back to the house itself. The near $400 K price, the 10-foot ceilings, the bullnose corners, the pocket doors, these aren't basic builder-grade features. They target a buyer who appreciates quality, maybe sees it as investment grade, and demands that instant usability.
Okay, so let's pull the main threads together. We've got a 2,000 scale-up house in Stonecrest, 55-plus community, listed at $389K reduced. Key features are those higher-end architectural details, the ceilings, the doors, the finishes. But the absolute kicker seems to be that lifestyle element. Direct golf cart access right into the village's Spanish Spring Square. And the buying process hints at a financially savvy, diverse group of potential owners.
You connect all those dots, and what emerges is a picture of the modern 55-plus buyer prioritizing a maximized experience with minimal hassle. Every detail, from the pull-out shelves in the kitchen to the pocket doors to neating that golf cart path. It's about streamlining life while plugging directly into social activities. Quality construction meets strategic lifestyle access.
That definitely brings it into focus. So here's a final thought for you, our listener, to consider, especially if you're looking in markets like this. The listing stressed this home is fully electric, no gas service mentioned at all. Now think about the Florida lifestyle, the emphasis on outdoor living, grilling on the patio. Why might a developer building a quote-unquote luxury home in this kind of community choose to go only electric? Could it be cost? Maybe safety perceptions, or even community rules or covenants. And how does that choice no gas option potentially affect the final value or appeal for a buyer who, say, really loves cooking with gas or has a high-end gas grill? Something to chew on as you weigh utility choices against those all-important lifestyle factors.